All right, looks like we're live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. Finally, it's been a couple of weeks. So let's get back into it. Now, if you recall from last time... Oh, there we go. If you recall from last time, we kind of left off with some technical difficulties. I haven't tested it, because testing it would mean... Well, I logged back in. I exited and re-entered the game. Basically, it started that class over the Beast class, so we can start from the beginning of that. We can start over from starting the Beast class and see if this time we can get through all of those dynamic, clothing simulations without it crashing. So let's give it a shot. Worst case scenario, I don't know, we'll do something else. Or we'll just keep on trucking, and I can chat about some things. There's plenty to chat about. So. Anyway, so hopefully you've everyone has been keeping up.
Just as you did with Gerald.
Oh, it put me partway through. Well, that's cool. Unexpected, frankly. Hold on. Let's do that. There we go. Unexpected. So yeah, it actually did get me through the class, and now we're just doing the feeding the animals part. Measles. I mean, they're basically just Scottish wildcats. Which are very cool creatures, by the way. Scottish wildcats are great. So you know those like become a lord by getting a square foot of land on a historical estate kind of thing. Well, I got one of those as a wedding present some time ago, before it was a big deal, and also before a lot of new scam type things started arising.
I would like a moment, please.
Because I'll say first of all that when it first happened, when it first arose, when they first came up with this idea, there was nothing preventing a landowner, somebody who owned 1 square foot of land on an historic estate, from literally going and taking their time in the House of Lords in Parliament. You could actually do this, and a few people did, and then immediately, within I think a week or two, the House of Lords just basically said, no, cut it out. These are the specific members, and these are the specific requirements, and no, we're not. I can't harvest their whiskers. Basically, the House of Lords said, no, we're not accepting peasants into our midst. But there was a time when it actually did work, and that's when this started. And but as an actual project, the better ones of these. I don't know about any of the others. Mine, when I got mine, it's from Highland Titles. There are other ones, obviously, but this one is actually it is first and foremost a nature reserve. Right, it's a charity organization that runs nature reserves in these historic areas, and mostly in Scotland. And why it is this, why they do this is so. The UK has interesting laws having to do with eminent domain, specifically that eminent domain does not apply to certain historic lands and certain estate lands, things like that. And so, basically, as a way of preventing future development, they sell off the land in these tiny little parcels that the state or any developer could never buy. There's no way you could actually buy all of this land from all of these random people from literally all countries around the world, and so basically it means that it'll forever be functionally unowned. It secures a commons, and the money from purchasing these little plots of land, so like $50 a pop, $100 a pop, whatever it might be for depending on what package you get, gets put into a trust and gets basically invested to pay for things like land maintenance, legal fees, and stuff like that to keep the place a pristine wilderness. It's really cool. And again, of course, there's lots of people and lots of companies that are sort of profiting off of this, but I think it's a really phenomenal, really innovative way to preserve wilderness, things like that. It's neat. Anyway.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
Also, I got a little matcha white hot chocolate, which getting to be cool enough out for this to be pleasant. It is only in the 80s during the day, which, all right, I can sit outside without melting. Um, and at night it is actually dripping. It is dipping below 70 most nights, so it's nice enough out as far, at least in Florida terms. Autumn is approaching. Again, for a Floridian, this is not. I say wearing my brightly colored Hawaiian shirt.
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other fifth years.
Cool.
Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
Do I get the
I need to
ball?
talk to you.
The bag? Do I get the cool little bag of holding for beasties? Yeah, that whole that's so very optimistic of you, thinking that the Ministry cares. I love that, because if there is one single theme of Harry Potter, the entire Harry Potter series, if there's one theme, it's don't trust the government. Like, that's it. That's the big thing. Now there's also other themes. There's tons of other themes in the narrative, right? But that's a big one. That is a really big one, and it's consistent throughout the series, especially from like book 3 onwards. Even a little bit in 2, when the Ministry just kicks out Albus Dumbledore because he's not doing a good enough job with the Chamber of Secrets, I guess. Even though, things immediately escalate afterwards, and we immediately see the Ministry's incompetence. So yeah, it's a great theme. It's a great thematic through line through the entire series, and it's nice to see it here. Even a little bit. Nice to see it.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind.
I can't tell if Soren is really tall
in
or
light
if
of
Poppy
that,
is unbelievably
someone
short.
I'd like you to meet in the forest.
Because I think that Poppy is unbelievably short.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would.
Speaking of magical beasts, my cat is ripping the carpet, as you can see. Let's go. Let's go into the forest, shall we?
Anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
All right,
Really?
all right. Neat.
Well, thank you. I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is.
I mean,
much
it
better
is
if I
also
show you.
autumn in the game, right?
Getting in a bit of practice, are we?
If I recall. Yeah, I'm collecting moonstone.
Don't worry.
Cat,
we're
what do you
nearly
want?
there.
Okay, hold
It's
on.
just ahead.
I need to retrieve this creature. Here we go. This creature is going to join us for a little while, so stop wrapping up my headphones, kiddo. Kitten, no. Kit or catter. Well, you guys can't see my face, but here's a kitten torso. Enjoy. also have a nice little cat scream. There you go. I don't know if the latter cat scream there really just went through or not, but there she is.
Stand back.
Yeah, I'm sure that did. It was a very quiet whistle to attract a creature like this. Like this. Where did that thing come from? That thing spawned from the tree. Oh, man.
Please meet Highwing. Isn't
good
she
kitty.
just magnificent?
This is Angel, by the way,
Go on,
who we also
introduce
met near the
yourself
end
to
of
her.
last time's stream.
But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them.
I don't know how well she's going to put up with me talking to you guys while she's sitting here on my lap. She does enjoy sitting on my lap. But I don't know if while I'm chatting, it might be a little odd. Okay, still keep okay. There we go. Okay. I mean, listen, Soren's good at this. He's got his aristocratic training. He knows how to be proper and polite. Look at the hat, clearly.
Someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like.
Here.
I come and check on her every
Have
once in a
some
while. Bring
treatsies.
her pasties, tell her what's going on in the
Chomp.
castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody.
Oh yes, under the wing, if you don't mind. Oh my gosh. So there is a I don't know if it's actually right now, but I know there is an option to fly on Highwing and other flying
So,
creatures like hippogriff,
what
other
did you think
hippogriffs
of
and
Highwing?
thestrals and things. Yeah, Soren is not an outdoorsy type, despite his mother, which we've talked about. But there is a beast riding option rather than broom flying. But I've always really liked flying on a broom. It just feels, I don't know, it feels better. It's a little more precise, but not too precise. It still manages to have that like floating around flying feel.
Honestly, she was a bit
Without being
intimidating.
too
She does have a rather stern brow, doesn't she? But
without
look
being
how
just
well you
as
put her at
wacky and
ease.
unpredictable
Are
as
you the
flying on
reason
a
students have
hippogriff.
been seeing
You know?
hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't
mean-
often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers'
Yeah,
influence is growing.
Don't trust the government,
I
remember?
see them every day
Um,
in the village, lingering, talking to people.
There's a
They're
kind
up
of
to something. I'm just not sure what.
catch-22 about the sort of proximity of all of these poachers and dark wizard gang members and all that, and of course, and even the goblins, right? It's that they are particularly close to a massive collection of very powerful wizards who would not put up with their bullshit for more than a few minutes at a time. Which, whether that is not even just referring to the students, although apparently students can just rip people to shreds if they so desire. But I mean, like, the residents of Hogsmeade and the Hogwarts professors being some of the most powerful witches and wizards at least in Britain. Maybe in the world. So it seems like this is a place they would probably want to avoid because there's a lot of danger here for them. So they could get caught, they could get killed, whatever. But at the same time, because of the concentration of magical people, there's also a high concentration of magical creatures, and also magical people that, as far as the Ashwinders go, magical people they can rob. And so it seems like it's a kind of high risk, high reward situation for a lot of them. And, I mean, a lot of the dark wizards that we don't see are probably the ones that prey on muggles that sort of wander off on their own and don't inhabit these highly magically concentrated areas like Hogsmeade Valley. So, I mean, maybe there are plenty elsewhere. Maybe the world of the late 19th century wizardry is quite dangerous. Or maybe the area just does attract all types, and high risk, high reward, like I said.
You may be reading into it. Talking to people isn't a crime.
It's hard to explain, but something about it just feels wrong. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
Yeah, Soren. Yeah, no, he's very conservative temperament. Just not maybe don't let the ministry handle it, but maybe don't do it yourself because you'll get murdered.
I'm not sure that's such a good idea. The poachers seem a dangerous lot.
They don't scare me. Besides,
They should.
I'd do anything to keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred.
Now, there's a reason
Will you
she
let me
isn't
know what you
particularly
find
scared
out?
of them.
Oh, very
Backstory
well.
reason we'll
I
get to
will.
eventually.
I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
I'm fascinated and interested by it. It's actually a really cool backstory she has. Cat. Look at this thing. Look at this little beastie. Look at this little beastie. Alright, what are our quests? What do we have here? Now, let's see. Oops, wrong button. I meant down. Let's do this one because it gives us Alohomora. Let's wait on that one a while. That's our own eyes assignment. Descendo is boring. Troll control, we're a little bit underleveled for that. Cabbage, we can do that later. We can do that later tonight. The statue. Oh yeah, this is a good one. This is basically a boss rush. You just fight waves of enemies for a while. So that could be fun. House tokens, okay. So yeah, let's go find Moon. I said Hogwarts map. Don't do this. There we go. Oh my. That's far. What's this? Ooh, I get a Conjuration Spellcraft. I've barely even been in this section of the castle. So I'm gonna fly over here. I'm gonna set my waypoint there. I'm gonna fly over there. Land here in this courtyard, go through the Great Hall. This is the Great Hall, right? Yeah. I'm gonna just fly over the castle, over there, because I can. It's probably the easiest way of getting there. And I love flying. Whee! Ah, yes. Alright, so... Triangle, circle, target, square.
Confringo!
Triangle. Sorry guys, just duck. You'll be fine. Triangle. Circle. Oh, it did it? Target. And then square. That work? 1, 2, 3, 4. Did it open something? It's supposed to open something. Oh, I have to interact with them. Oh, I'm silly. All right, let's try again. Okay, triangle. Oh, I see. Okay, 1, 3. 2, 4. Really? It was that? I thought I had to like them in order. There I go, trying to apply my video game instincts to a much more simple and straightforward puzzle. Silly me. What's that? Ooh, I kind of like that. Kind of like that. I got trees. There are rats here. But this. Unidentified gloves. Alright, alright. Nice. Hey, that was a map. My bad. I'm gonna check out that wand handle. That might be better than the one I have. No, it's not. I mean, that's cool, but it's way too chonky. Way too chonky. I still like this one. This is definitely still the best out of all of them for Soren. That's kind of cool, but it's not his look. I kind of like that, but too naturalistic. Way too purple. That's it. This is the one. That's still the one. Identified. Okie doke. Cool. We found a secret. Alrighty then. There's a flue flame.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Puffskein Dunkeen is still all I hear. Thanks for being an utter waste of time.
Well, maybe you should have nutted up and done some cool stuff yourself. Just maybe. I think you could have done it. And I think it would have been really cool. Oh, Levioso, right?
Levioso!
Yeah, there we go. It's a little odd that the statue just completely disappears. A little strange. Ooh. Oh, a levitation hat. Very cool. Very Zonkos.
That is what I said, and let...
What's this? A Kelpie?
Revelio.
Yeah, there's no page here, but yeah, that's a Kelpie. Cool. Whoa! What door? Hogwarts Crest. Draco dormiens nunquam titilandus. Tickle not a sleeping dragon. It's basically a cool wizard version of Let Sleeping Dogs Lie, but way cooler. Much cooler saying. Because it's about dragons. I don't know where this goes. I'll check into it later, perhaps.
Levioso.
No? I know where you're going. Aha, here we go. Slapping time. Jump the gun. All right, let's try again. There we go. It's a little bit forgiving. That's nice. Token. The smack timing is a little bit forgiving.
Hey, it's me, Gareth. Do you have a moment?
Hey, Gareth, what is it now?
Were you calling me, Gareth?
I was hoping you might want to redeem yourself for not having brought me that Fupa feather and potions. You see,
I have an idea for a fizzing.
I mean, you
whiskey
did blow
inspired
yourself up having
beverage,
not gotten
but I'm
it, so.
missing a key ingredient.
I'm gonna be a dork.
Where do you find time for this and your homework?
I've plenty of time for both. Been managing for years. So, I suspect the key ingredient in fizzing whiskies
Extracurriculars,
is
you know?
dried billywig stings. I heard there's a store of them in Honeyduke's cellar. I'd get them myself, but my Aunt Matilda has her eye on me.
Look at
Thinks
it
I need to focus on potions class for a while, not for my own brews. I was hoping you could follow a secret passage to Honeyduke's cellar and grab a few dried billywig stings for me.
I don't know, Gareth. Secret passage to a cellar. Sounds like it's off limits.
Not at all. It's a perfectly legitimate secret passage. I'd use it if I could. The passage is hidden behind the statue of a one-eyed witch in the third-floor corridor. Just tap it with your wand and say, Descendium.
So, I don't care if it's stealing. I'm a Slytherin. I like the nod to the one-eyed witch passage, because there are a few passages out of the castle that the books talk about. This being the most famous one, because this is also the one in the movies. And also, I kind of like that. I kind of like that there is no passage from where the Whomping Willow is in the books to Hogsmeade, because there wasn't that passage before the Harry's dad's generation, the Marauders, and Lupin, who needed to transform. But I am a little disappointed that there is no Shrieking Shack, or it wouldn't have been the Shrieking Shack at this point. It just would have been a building, right? Maybe a house, maybe a shop, whatever. But something that would have been identifiable as, oh, in 100 years, that's going to be called the Shrieking Shack. That would have been very cool.
Couldn't you have someone buy the dried billywig stings?
They're not for sale, and you never know when the cellar's going to be locked. So, the reliable way in and out is through the secret entrance.
Yeah, fine, whatever.
I'll see what I can do, Gareth.
Fair enough. You shall be the first one to taste my newest brew if you can be of help. Perhaps I can convince a meat to help me with my potions homework. Get my aunt to loosen her reins a bit.
I would ask why you don't ask someone from your own
I
house.
need to get those dried billywig stings for Gareth if he's to finish his latest.
I'd ask why you don't ask somebody from your own house, but my assumption is that everyone else in Gryffindor is also up to these kinds of nonsensical shenanigans. So,
A one-eyed witch statue shouldn't be too hard to find.
oh my gosh, there's a bunch of stuff here. The House Point hourglasses. Well, they are all very low. But Hufflepuff looks to be winning. Look at that. Hufflepuff's doing great. We're doing okay, though. We're doing okay, it looks like. They're quite empty.
Incendio.
Oh, sorry for toasting everyone. Ooh, another house token here. Oh, and another... Oh, one of these things. A demiguise. Velio. Alright, 4, 5, 6, 0. So it's the demiguise. Oh, what the... There we go. Where is the other one? 5, 6. So it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Pintaped. Okay. Where is the other one anyway? Where is it? Where's the damn thing?
Revelio.
Oh, it's all the way down there. Okay, fine. That's odd. Yeah, chimera. Or is it? Is it a chimera? Oh no, it's just the four mascots. The badger, the snake, the eagle. Or is it a raven? I think it's an eagle. Hey, Green's family. Under the stairs. Got it. Okay. Oh yeah, towards the kitchens, towards the Hufflepuff common room. That's it. Hogwarts Architect. Oh, okay. Shown here, surrounded by the 4 house mascots, designed and oversaw the construction of Hogwarts Castle, alongside founder Rowena Ravenclaw, who is credited with creating its ever-changing floor plan. And we don't get a name. I don't know if we ever did get a name, actually.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Oh, it's the Pintiped. There we go. Alright, so we gotta go up here. I want to do the numerology door. Or is it neuromant? Or is it... Yeah, numerology, right? Whatever it is. The door. Then, we go talk to the caretaker. Let me put those goggles on and make them not look like that, because they look absurd. Look at that. Ugh. What glasses was I wearing? Was it these? No, it wasn't those. It wasn't those either. I guess it was these. Yeah, these, I guess. Okay, no, let's not. Let's not do that. Yeah, alright, those will work. Those will work. Alright. What did we get here? I know we found a Hogwarts secret. Need to do more landing platforms. Oh, bathing suit, okay. And then... tailored tailcoats now. Oh, that might be nice. It's also nice Slytherin green. Tempted by that. I'll find it eventually. Find it eventually. Pop more balloons. By the way, if you didn't see, my cat is here. This is Angel. This is one of my cats. This is the one that this is the smaller one. They're siblings. I've got a brother and sister cat, and this one is much smaller but fatter. And generally more friendly and cuddly. Although Turbo, her brother, is the neurotic one. He's got some orange in him, even though he's exactly the same color, just lanky.
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
He's another grey cat.
I was hoping to see you again, my young friend.
He acts a little bit orange.
Moon, a Hogwarts caretaker.
I know we've met.
Your service.
We've met.
First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a
You were
rather
wasted.
disconcerting encounter.
You're absolutely
Although
wasted.
I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. From
No one
what
usually
I
is.
understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there?
Star and Shadow.
Watch what
Good
happens
names. I
when
like
that
that.
light changes from day to night.
I like that. Good name. Good names. Pair of names. They're nice normal cat names like Angel and like Turbo.
Now, if you wouldn't mind humoring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon
I'm,
from the statue. Go on.
I kind of like the tendency to name cats either, in addition to just, normal cat-like names like Angel, Turbo, Star, and Shadow, like normal human names like Kevin, stuff like that. That's nice. I kind of like that as a trend. I also like the trend of naming cats just utterly deranged things, right? Like Roomba, or oh gosh, what was the other one? Oh yes, a friend of mine was asking for name suggestions, and I said asking for name suggestions, looking for flower names named after flowers. So a couple of my suggestions were Bromeliad, which is Bro for short, and Corpse Flower, or Cory. That's the kind of deranged cat names that I kind of dig, but also seem a little bit.
Odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue
Tough to live
vanishes
with,
once
maybe.
the moon is removed. Which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since
Brother
that
Scats are
fateful
George and
day in the
Gabriel.
village,
Yeah, okay.
those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle.
Yeah, that kind of
Their
normal
number
human
have
name,
been
precisely.
strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most.
Here's the one-eyed witch, by the way.
This one
This
took the
passageway.
form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of 2 statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
Green's family asks, "What's your take on Diablo 4? Worth it or no?" I don't know. I've never been big into the Diablo games. I never got into them, and seems, from what little I know, it doesn't seem quite like my style. I have also heard that it gets that it's good, but is grindy. Like more so than the other Diablo games. So take from that what you will. Again, this is secondhand, so this is pretty vague in secondhand, so I can't say for sure. But just what I've heard.
Why would I do this? Seems all risk and no reward.
Oh, rest assured, there's very little risk, and there is, in fact, a reward. I will teach you a particularly useful spell. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alahomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days.
No, I doubt it.
You'll find one
Also,
statue in the precinct
you'll notice that this
bathroom
is like the only mention
and
of the game
other
of
in the
curfew.
hospital wing. Good luck.
Rule breaking was basically just not implemented in this game like it was originally intended to be. Which is a little bit disappointing, because that'd be a really neat element for a Harry Potter type game, for a Hogwarts game. So there is no like up past curfew. You can just wander around day or night. It doesn't really make a difference. Aside from a couple of places where different enemies show up, I think. Something like that. Oh, excuse me. Oh, wow, that was easy. You will definitely see my technique.
Use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you.
You'll definitely see my technique for these Alohomoras. Basically just rotating both until they start spinning. There we go. There we go. As we can see. It's relatively straightforward and simple. Mirabelle, huh? Dear Dot has been asking for you. Perhaps I can convince her to stop in for a butterbeer if you two were to join us. I managed to come by. I wonder if you'll be able to part with a few of your plants. More fragrant ones ever since the troll attack. Customers have been complaining about the smell of, believe it or not, old socks. Nothing I've tried seems to cover the stench. Hoping to see you soon, with or without the plants, your friend, Serena. Mirabelle being, what's her name? We can roll potions. Okay, I can't carry anymore. I'm well equipped. The herbology professor, what's her name?
Revelio.
Nothing just here. Oh, this is Professor Fig's residence. Apologies for the delay in my response. I'm still receiving a good deal of correspondence regarding the introduction of the not-so-recent stooging penalty in Quidditch, which, in my humble opinion, has brought the game into the modern age. Astonishing, frankly. How many spectators want nothing less than seeing Quidditch keepers flattened entirely? As to the topic of your recent letter, here at the Ministry assure you that any and all potential threats to wizardkind are taken very seriously. I've made note of your concerns, and in as much as time allows, the Department of Magical Law Enforcement will ensure that the matter is looked into, schedule permitting. That sounds like leave us alone. We value the opinions of esteemed wizards such as yourself, and you may rest assured that we have all matters well in hand. Should you wish, I could have my secretary secure seats for yourself and a guest at this year's Quidditch final. I think you would be delighted to see the results of a well-run and efficient government. Warmest regards, Ferris Spavin, Minister for Magic. Ferris Spavin. And once again, we see the ineptitude of the wizard government, just like every other government. Oh no, a level 2 lock. We'll have to come back here and sneak in again sometime. Let's see, how about that cloak? Honestly, oh no! I seem to be underleveled for the bastard. Let me try it on, though, because I think I can still do that, can't I? Oh my, that's excessive. No. That is excessive. Noblesse. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's glorious. Leather winter... Ooh, that's muggly. Don't like it. Kind of cool, but no, I... This is nice, but... More mare robes? Cool, but no. Cool, but a little too Eastern. No, that is... That, or... It would be that or this, but... No, I think this one. Oh, look at those poofy sleeves. Delightful. I love it. Okay. That's the one. That's the one for the moment. This game is probably close to 50% fashion simulator. Yeah, I know. I've done this. And by I've done this, I don't mean I've played this game before. I mean, we've already done stealth segments, so... Staff. Hogwarts Half-Elves do an exceptional job of keeping the castle in order. They are seldom unprepared for any number of items that may encounter each day. However, only the other day, an unexpected stash of wizarding crackers went off behind a cushion. The cacophony was most untoward, engulfing one poor elf in blue smoke and giving those of us nearby an abominable ringing in our ears for the rest of the day. I expect the culprit was Peeves. Keep an eye out and be more careful. Matilda Weasley, Deputy Headmistress. What was that? Nope. Uh-oh. doing this. Where are you going up? Oh, no, you're not. Okay. You're trying to trick me. There we go. There we go. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, I should also mention again the increased output of this channel, which happens roughly at the beginning half of every semester.
Aloha Mora.
Shh, quietly. Which one is it? There we go. There we go. Roughly the beginning of every semester, I tend to just start pumping out a bunch of additional video content because it's in line with my classes, more or less. A hat on a horse. This is some interesting decor. Who the heck's office is this? Ibrahim. Local children have taken to playing gobstones in the street just outside your study window. They're quite charming, I must say. I noticed the youngest was without her own set of gobstones, so I lent her one of yours. I know you wouldn't mind. I do hope hope things are well in the castle. I'm relieved that you arrived safely. Dreadful story about the gentleman from the ministry. Was he really traveling with Eleazar? And a student? Simply dreadful. Do write when you have a moment. I'm most eager to hear stories of this year's Summoners Court participants. Your students so adore you, my dear. With love, M. Oh, this is the charms professor, whose name escapes me again. And he has a bunch of circus posters. I love these. These are wonderful.
Revelio.
And a rainbow to a pot of gold. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. He has a pot of leprechaun gold, I assume. That's glorious. Wonderful. So anyway, I have my I have one of my classes recorded. Okay, so that's 8 plus 5. So this one needs to be 0. Oh boy.
If I caught you sneaking about, didn't
Yeah, you got me. I'm gonna go ahead and try that again, shall we? Oh no! Oh Jesus! I need to start over, don't? Because it's a quest, isn't it? Oh jeez, I need to. Oh jeez. All right, I'm gonna complete the quest before I start doing side content like the door and stuff. No, this is silly. Angel, I'm gonna have to move my arm for a second. I hope you don't mind. You mind? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you mind. I'm very sorry. So I've got one of my class lectures up that was on Aristotle, on some of Aristotle's ethics stuff. Did actually wait? No, it did register that I found all this stuff, didn't it? No. Yes, it did, because it was just the potion. Okay, cool. And that too. All right. Oh yes. All right. I don't need to recollect everything. Fantastic. All right. Anyway, I'm aware. Looks like we're fine here. The demiguise. What was that? Forgot to look at what this one was. Ah, crap. 1, 2, 5, 9. Whatever 9 is. Gotta find out what 9 is. And it's the Hydra. No, it's the Mega Hydra. Whatever this thing is. Little crazy wooblu. Crazy doodad. What was that? That. Oh geez. I'm not here. What are you talking about? Oh, I guess it worked. I almost goofed it. But it worked. Well, as it turns out, I'm no longer in a restricted area because I've wandered off the beaten path. Whoops. It's fine. Anyway, so my Aristotle video, which also refers pretty directly to my oh, hold on. I'm getting jittery here. Pause. My What Makes Good Rat video from some time ago, if you recall that one. I'm actually quite proud of that video because it's silly. Very silly, but it also manages to somehow remain rather informative. There we go. Longer jittering. What's this? We'll do that too. Later. In any case, it's good. I'm quite satisfied with how the conversation went, how the class was. Oh geez. Oh my gosh, are you serious? What was that? Yeah, go stare at the mysteriously open door. I'm sure it wasn't a student out of bed or anything. No, no, no. Why would it be anything like that? Anyway. Yeah, I'm quite pleased. It was a fun class. I've actually been greatly enjoying this semester. This whole semester's been fun.
Rather poorly.
Oh!
Is that so?
We're raising a generation of coddled cape flappers that can scarcely tell the difference between aconite and asphodel.
Yes, well, it's still early.
Age go. There it is. Get over here. That is the headmaster. I'd best not get caught by him. And the deputy headmistress. Okay, this is a problem. Maybe they're stupid. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, it seems like they're dumb. I'm really glad that they're dumb. We have such great minds in charge of our education.
Revelio.
Anyway, so that aside, so that's been great. I've actually been, like I said, I've really been enjoying my classes this semester.
Leviosa.
You're gonna go investigate that, aren't you? Where did that statue go? Oh gosh, but yeah, I've really been enjoying my classes. It's been a lot of fun. We've been discussing a lot of interesting material. Nothing I haven't covered before, but it feels like it's really coming together. And students are actually following along with some really difficult stuff, some really challenging material. Challenging in a couple of senses. One, that it's difficult. It's just difficult reading. Boris the Bewildered, huh? It's just difficult reading.
This must be the prefect's bathroom.
Yes. It's difficult reading because it's pretty high level stuff. But then beyond that, it's difficult because it's very paradigm challenging. A lot of the topics and really just the oh, it's not good.
Hello, Hamora.
The ideas behind the sort of Aristotelian Thomistic system of ethics, what I'm basically teaching, are pretty
Troll. How dare you speak to a prefect that way? I'm a prefect too, you twit. That's it.
pretty contrary to, anyway, it's pretty contrary to the sort of modern way of looking at a lot of the world. And so it's pretty contrary to a lot of students' assumptions. Oh, that's very bad. I've goofed. I have officially... Oh, only slightly goofed. I'm doing okay. They're going downstairs. Alright, we're good. I need to go up. I need to go up, yes? Shh. Oh, that's bad. Don't come this way. I hit the door frame. What was that over there?
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Okay. Okay, good. You're just going down the hall. Wonderful.
Revelio.
Horse. Unicorn time.
Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though. Well, I suppose I should begin my rounds now.
I suppose Professor Black knows best.
Accio.
They heard the Accio. Or at least the nurse did.
I thought I heard something. Perhaps not.
Anyway.
Anyway, I had high hopes for Hufflepuff. I was finally going to learn the Quidditch rules.
It's a majestic sport.
Tending healer.
Of the human condition.
There's Noreen Bailey.
Oh, how's that?
Alright, I'm gonna keep going. Just
All the
because
teamwork and
I don't want to get caught.
flying about and the golden snitch. Rather a lot like life, isn't it?
Okay. I really like to go down this way, but I don't think it's gonna work out. So let's head back down. And then across. Nice and quick. Quick as you can. Going over to the bell tower is not gonna work, because there's a bunch of prefects. Anyway, I do think so. Even despite the difficulty of teaching this this rather unorthodox by modern standards system of ethical theory, which of course by unorthodox I do of course I acknowledge that this is basically what everyone has always thought for most of human history. That it's not the least bit atypical from an historical perspective. And it is basically just in alignment with what ought to be common sense. It's just contrary to the sort of endless series of... There you go. Endless series of I'll say propaganda, but also just sort of how we are taught from a young age about to think about ethics and even about metaphysics. And so because it is so atypical for most students, it's a heck of a thing to figure it out. And Ralph McInerney, who is the primary text we're reading, does a good job of laying things out nicely and carefully, but it's still a hard topic to cover, and he is still a philosopher's philosopher. He's also very clever and very witty, and he loves his puns, and so he does make it entertaining, and I try and follow suit, but still, it's a difficult topic, and it's a difficult way of approaching the topic, and so I'm very proud of my students, most of them, at least, for being able to follow along quite well. And I'm having a good time with it, and I think a lot of them are too. So, that's been great. And then, of course, yesterday, being October 3rd, I hope you saw my Mean Girls video. My video on Mean Girls as platonic myth. Bye, Angel. All right, she'll be back later, maybe. I was moving around too much. You know how it is with cats. Anyway, it's I've always thought Mean Girls was a good movie. But then not too long ago, few years, I guess. When I was teaching, I was using I had been using a bunch of more nerdy metaphors. I'd been talking about science fiction and fantasy and stuff. Talking about a lot of Lord of the Rings, a lot of Star Wars, a lot of Star Trek, a lot of 1984, a lot of Aldous Huxley, the regular pantheon of the Matrix, the regular pantheon of sci-fi and fantasy, the stuff that makes great philosophical thought experiments. And I had a girl in my class who pointed out, like, look, a lot of your references, examples are kind of nerdy and a little out of touch from a lot of students. Have you tried, branching out a little bit? And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I will. And then the next time I wound up watching Mean Girls, because it's a good movie, and I watch it again once in a while. More so since I realized this. I realized that it's such a great allegory for Plato's account of disordered souls, and how we descend into something like tyranny, very much like Katie in the movie. So check out the video if you haven't. It's really good. I managed to squeeze in, like, I don't know, 10 to 15% of the film somehow without YouTube copyright copytisms going after me or anything. So I'm pleased by that. And I think I make a good argument for well, I don't know if an argument. I think I use the film really well as an example to explain some of Plato's ideas. That's what I'm after. I think I did. I think I did pretty well. I think I certainly enjoyed doing it, and I hope you did. I hope you enjoy it too. Anyway, check it out if you haven't. It is in the description, and it's the most recent video on the channel.
I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this.
Think so?
I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery.
He does that.
But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
I'll see what I can do, but I'm fairly busy. I can't promise anything.
Understood, but I hope you will find the time. In case it matters, I do have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
So the whole disillusionment when necessary thing is basically never necessary again for this quest. It is occasionally, there are certain areas which are off limits, but not times. This was clearly implemented, this quest was clearly designed when there was a strictly implemented day-night cycle with a schedule and stuff like that. And a whole don't get out of bed at night thing, which I'm a little bit disappointed not to see. I kind of wish there had been. That would have been really interesting. But without a house points system and a rewards and punishments system, which would have been a whole other thing to implement, it wouldn't have made sense. It would have stood out quite a bit. Excuse me. They did what they had to do to get us a pretty good game. So, all right, I'm still alright. Now, again, hopefully, if they do wind up making a sequel to this, I do kind of hope that they do implement something like that. That would be cool.
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens. Seems they're everywhere I look. You have your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unravel their meaning.
I think someone's just being a dick.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that.
All right.
Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
Ooh, what's this? What? Oh, I thought this cat had a quest for me. No, I'm just going to pet it because it's a cute cat. This is a good one. It's a pretty kitty. Oh man, cool. I leveled up from petting the cat.
This looks like the right statue.
I think you're right.
Now, what was the...
Hidden behind the statue of a one-eyed witch is a secret passageway from Hogwarts to the cellar at Honeyduke's. It can only be accessed using a particular charm. Yeah, let's track that quest, shall we? I'm level 24. Level 11. Man. Descendium. What else we got? Gear. Strictly worse. Better. Those actually look kind of cool if I'm, playing Quidditch. I barely use Expelliarmus. I do use Expelliarmus, but it's not worth the additional 10 points of defense. Nah, that's actually better. That is better. That is fine. What we got here? Gardener's robe. The Loyal and Kind cloak is the one. So that's definitely the one. It's Hufflepuff, so I'm not gonna keep the appearance, but it's definitely the best thing I've got currently. Not the flamboyant, it was this one. Noblesse. Superb coat with patterned sleeves and a beautifully detailed hem. It really is. It really is. My only complaint is the fleur-de-lises around here on the sleeves. I don't know why they're fleur-de-lises. This isn't French, is it? Yeah. Yeah. Descendium.
Descendium.
Oh, never mind. Speaking at a normal volume.
Goodness. Who knew this was all down here?
That's actually another thing, that all of the secret
lift.
passages...
Must be how I get down. Looks broken, though.
Oh, I know what I have to do.
Reparo.
There we go. Wow.
That seems to have done the trick.
It's a heck of a lot of repairing that did. Anyway. Yeah, so it's it's interesting to me how much of an open secret so many of the various secret passages and the various secrets of Hogwarts are. Especially because a lot of the professors and even the staff were very clearly once Hogwarts students, and it seems like a lot of Hogwarts students find these things.
This castle will never cease
And
to surprise me.
that therefore means that a lot of the professors and staff presumably know about passages like this and things of this nature. And yet they don't tell anyone about it. They don't do anything about it. Instead, they just allow students to make these cool little discoveries on their own. And, of course, wander into giant spider-infested passages such as this. I mean, I assume it's infested with giant spiders. What with the giant webs? It might not be. There might not be giant spiders. It might just be cobwebs, I guess, but... Yeah, I guess there's no giant spiders.
I'm trapped. How am I supposed to get out of here?
Oh, wait.
Leviosa. Leviosa.
Like that. Oh, that was close. It started falling.
I'm going to have to get past this.
I mean, it seems not to be spider-infested, and honestly, I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm pleasantly surprised. What'd I get? Meh. Better. Not by too much, but better. Let's change the look of that because I'm no Highland barbarian, certainly. Miramish liaison. Actually, that looks really cool, but it's very purple and unbuttoned. Oh, unbuttoned. How garish. Lilac is too lilac. Far too lilac. Far too 13th century. Cool, but no. Midnight Debonair. I kind of like the Midnight Debonair. But I'm going to stick with the aristocratic. Mostly because the bow tie is loosened. See that? See that? Look at this. The bow tie is loosened and and the top button is unbuttoned. That seems sloppy. That's not sharp. It seems very sloppy. What we got here? Meh. Okay, no. What have we got's better? Okie dokie. Onward we go.
Levioso.
Whee. Whew. Oh good, it locked into place.
Reparo. Levioso.
Okay. Glad it locks into place.
Incendio.
One more to go and I'll make it across.
Wait, what's through here, though? Oh, it's a chasm. I see. Okay.
Reparo.
Do I have Depulso?
Depulso.
No.
Levioso.
Something is getting in the way of that platform.
Accio. Levioso.
There we go. I had to pull the thing.
Got it.
Ah, that was cool. Alright, clever. Very clever. I mean, okay, it makes sense that there are... I'm about to say it makes sense that there are no giant spiders.
The way out.
Even though there's a distinct possibility that I'm about to have giant spiders drop on me.
That gate.
It does make sense that there are no giant spiders, if there are no giant spiders.
Something
Yes.
smells sweet.
Because we know that
The
Harry
honeydukes.
wandered through this as a second year. Right, Harry wandered through this passage as a second year. And he was not a particularly skilled combatant in his second year, if I recall. He was learning dueling from Gilderoy Lockhart at the time, and not learning it particularly well. No, wait a minute. Oh no, he didn't actually go through this passage until his third year, and by then he was learning a little bit.
Lead to Hogsmeade. Honeydukes. I can smell the chocolate. Now, where would I find the dried billywig stings for Gareth?
Look around. Such an odd candy ingredient. But whatever. There we go.
I have the dried billywig stings. Now back to Gareth. I can only imagine how his new recipe's going to turn out.
Ah, alright. Well, the cellar was locked, but no longer.
Revelio.
Now, what do we got around here? Cake. Animal noises. Love it. These are fun. I love wizarding treats.
Never knew butterflies were attracted to treasure. I must have missed that one in Beasts.
Man, I want a Fizzing Whizbee in real life. One of the other things I talked about in class, this one being yesterday's class, not the one that, not the one I recorded, because I've got a recording of this type of lesson before, it being about the second book of Plato's Republic. I lead off with a question from This American Life, from an old NPR segment, which was basically it was very podcast-esque before podcasts were a show. It was that sort of radio program. It was very written out and almost scripted.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Yeah. Now that I have Alohomora, I'm going to wander around Hogsmeade for a bit now. See what I can unlock. Because now I have level 1 Alohomora. Nope, that's level 2. Level 2. Skip a rock real quick. Hold on. Whee! So this was the question is, if you were given the choice between two superpowers, flight or invisibility, which do you choose? And why I bring this up in the context of Plato is because in the second book of the Republic, Socrates' dialogue partner, Glaucon, Plato's brother, baby guys, brings up the thought experiment of a ring of invisibility, similar in a lot of ways, allegorically to the ring from the One Ring from Lord of the Rings, but not quite. There are some substantial differences, but it is about the kind of corruption that can arise from being able to get away with anything. Right? That's the idea. That if you can get away with anything, suddenly you will start getting away with things that you otherwise know you ought not to, and it will lead to immoral choices, right? And so it's a morality tale, right? First and foremost, it's a good one, well put together, and it provides a really good dichotomy between Glaucon's position, which is effectively the people will always necessarily do evil when consequences are removed, versus the Socratic position, which is that while a lot of people will probably do that, right? Yeah, people probably will. The fact remains that they shouldn't, and most of us know that we shouldn't. And to do so is ultimately foolish. I mean, doing so is not actually the better decision, right? To act immorally is a bad decision, even if you can get away with it perfectly well.
You're worrying far too much. Nobody's looking at you.
So this is a great little thought experiment, but I also really like the flight invisibility one because when I ask why you would choose the one that you choose, most people who choose flight give one of a few answers.
Revelio.
One of them is can basically be summarized as convenience. They want to get around without taking their car, right? Save on gas money. They want to be able to move, and then also, which is a little bit similar but a little bit different, they want to go all over. They want to travel, and traveling is far more easy if you don't have to rely on sort of a mode of transportation when you are your own mode of transportation. Okay, so there's that. And then also another common answer to why you would want flight is fun. This is my answer because I would choose flight over invisibility. Because it's fun, right? Flying, just taking off and flying away, as you may have noticed, from the joy I express at broom flying, even in this game. Taking off and flying away is it's just about the funnest thing I can imagine. Right? So, and just being able to do that would just be so
Revelio.
incredibly something. And it would even be worth the opportunity cost of invisibility, of being able to become invisible at will. And so, by contrast, though, the reasons usually given for invisibility are more untoward.
Revelio.
They tend to be either introversion, so basically that people don't want to be bothered, and so they'd like to be able to go somewhere and not have people bother them, right? Which I guess I can understand that.
Confringo.
No.
Defendo.
No? Okay. I guess it's Bombarda that lets me through that, maybe? I don't know. I still don't think I ever figured that out in the other playthrough. Never actually quite figured that out.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
So it could be, right, like I said, so one of the possible uses or reasons for choosing invisibility is kind of introversion, not wanting to be bothered, right? The other reason to choose invisibility is always because they immediately want to turn to a life of crime. That wouldn't it be great to be able to sneak into places, and wouldn't it be great to be able to just steal whatever you'd like? Wouldn't it be great to do nasty things to anybody you want to do nasty things to? Right? It's very straightforward. It's very quick. It's very simple, and it's very untoward. And so invisibility tends to be it's the sneaky power, right, of the two. While flight is the outgoing one. It's not just introversion, extroversion, but that does track to some degree. Excuse me. That does track to some degree, but not perfectly, because also it's in the radio show they talk about it being guileful versus not. Right? Are you the sort of person who wants to be able to get away with stuff that you couldn't get away with? Do you have, say, plans for the world around you that may be somewhat untoward? Or very untoward, perhaps? Oh, no, that one, I actually want that one. Hold on.
Let me know if there's anything.
Let me equip it real quick. I mean, this has upgrade slots, but I can't do that yet, so I guess I'll stick with this, because it's one better. It's only one better. It's not actually better. It's not sufficiently better. It's got upgrade slots, and I'm going to get that soon, so I'll do that soon.
Let's look at what we have, shall we?
God, I only have less than 7,000 galleons, which, to be fair, is a ton of money. It's a lot of money, but whatever. I'm gonna start doing beasts soon, so I should do this. Toy box, I never got much use out of that before. Dung composter, fertilizer. Mineral refiner is nice to have. It's 1,500 though. That might not be worth it. It might be though. Feeder is definitely worth it.
Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the refiner. That's fine, and then I'll save the rest.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Thank you.
so many interesting people from all over the world.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
But yeah, this whole flight versus invisibility question is always one that I have a lot of fun with talking about in class. Also because people tend to want to sort of rules lawyer it. And so I've got sort of a spiel for exactly how I should do this at some point. Exactly how the powers each work. And I know enough about game design, mostly in Dungeons and Dragons, to be able to relatively balance the two of them. To balance them relatively well. I'm going to do this too, but not yet. Wand handles, which would be nice. Spellcraft, that's nice too. So I'll do those after I do... This one's a little late. That one's a little tough, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to finish this. I'm going to turn this in. Then I will go and do Evasive Maneuver and Kidnap Cabbage. All right. Wait, what? By the way, I absolutely insist that it is 250 yards, not meters, because this is 19th century Britain. I was about to say England, but it's not technically. It's Britain. Because it's Scotland still. But regardless, this is the 19th century. Yes, fine, the metric system has been invented, but has it? I don't even know that. I could be wrong about that. I mean, I think it has been invented, but I don't think it's in use outside of France at this point. Ooh, I'll come back to this. I'll come right back to that after I turn this in. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Can you guys hear me? How are we doing? Hello, good evening. Mayhaps. Am I reconnected yet? Give it a moment. It says I am, but I'm not seeing the replay yet, so I'll give it a moment, huh? This is odd. It's unfortunate. Am I connected? I can't tell. It's showing that I am, but not here. Let me refresh something else. If I am in fact here and it's just not showing me that, then I apologize, but you have to give me a moment. Next stream. Yeah. Okay, no, here we go. We're good. We're good. All right. We're excellent. We are golden. Sorry about that. Here. This was a lot of effort. I'm charging you for it. You're a Gryffindor.
Getting them was more work than I expected. I'd like to be paid for my time.
Of course. Didn't think it would be that much trouble, but I'm happy to pay for your help. Thank you again.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when I brewed my first batch of fizzing whizbeer.
Fizzing whizbeer. I like that. That's clever. I assume that this is going to work roughly like the fizzy lifting drink in Willy Wonka, and we'll die. This will just float off the earth and then never come down.
Hello, Hamura.
Hopefully we'll have a broom to take us back to Earth, but who knows, maybe not. Perhaps we'll need to burp. There we go. Kerchunk. What have we here? How about here? Where does this lead, precisely? Into the dungeons somewhere, I think. But where? Dark Arts Cloak. Neat. Am I wrong in thinking this is relatively near the Slytherin common room? What is this?
Hello, Hamura.
Oh, well, there you go. This is a strange little place down here. Oh, this is a very strange little place down here. It's all blue. Oh. Is this where the ghosts all hang out?
Revelio.
Fascinating.
I had said I would.
You should ask her.
Shan't hold my breath for that. No, I'm going to ask her this time.
Oh my gosh, this is exactly like the haunted ballroom from the Haunted Mansion. Oh, hold on. We got some jittering. We got some stream jittering issues because of all the ghosts. But this is that is very cool. This is the exact layout of the haunted ballroom from Haunted Mansion. Like the ride carts go like right up here, right where I am. They just go right across this top.
Accio.
Give me that.
Revelio.
Death Day Party Room. This gloomy, spacious chamber in the lower dungeons of Hogwarts is the perfect for occasional Death Day party celebrated here by the castle ghosts. Most mortals will want to avoid such festivities, as the food is served frequently rotting, so the ghosts can detect its aroma. And once again, this is very much a this is straight from the books. Never came up in the movies, unfortunately, because it's a very, very cool concept. I love it. But it was never in the book. It was never in the movies. But this is definitely straight from the books. I have no lag issues while playing. That's news to me. Oh gosh, we had to end last week's 2 weeks ago. We had to end our stream early because I basically just completely glitched out. But that's fine. That's good. At least for right now. Right now, we're doing well. We're doing well. So I'm glad to hear that. Anyway, hi Burke, welcome. Headless Hunt Tapestry depicts the Headless Hunt, a group of headless ghosts organized by Sir Patrick Delaney. Delaney Podmore, to play various headless games. They're notorious for refusing to admit Gryffindor house ghost Sir Nicholas de Whimsy Porpington to their ranks, as he is not entirely headless. I absolutely love this. First of all, I absolutely love the clear inspiration from Haunted Mansion. But then also the direct pulling from the books. The whole, first of all, the Headless Hunt, but then also the Death Day party stuff with the rotting food and everything, that's all straight from the books. That's great. I love it. Brother-in-law.
Aloha Mora.
You have the game on PC and PS5. My PC inside, it's inside of Hogwarts, unplayable. Oof. Yeah, mine is good enough. It's close. It's barely good enough. I mean, that's not true. It is my PC is perfectly sufficient for playing the game. The problem always arises when I'm playing the game and streaming, and I especially run into problems when there's a lot of students on the screen at once. And that is, again, it's because this game did not decide, the devs did not decide to optimize one part of this game, and really just one part. Everything else in this game is pretty well optimized, and it's decently put together. But the one thing that this game did not optimize even slightly is the clothing physics. Right? So they have fully simulated clothing on every student, so all of the robes are flowing just like this, to the same degree. And even on higher graphic settings, even hair, there are full hair sims for all of the various students in any given scene. So when it gets to, oh hey, this is the Chamber of Secrets, isn't it? Huh. Oh, okay. Oh, no, this one isn't. It's the one across the hall. It's the girls' bathroom, isn't it? Well, I'm gonna go in and check. Urinals. Wow, these are uncomfortably close urinals. Anyway, but yeah, it's one of those where it's yeah, this is definitely it, isn't it? Oh, hello. We have a herbology garden in the stall. Yeah, I'm fairly certain this is the chamber. The Slytherin sink. Scratched into one of the copper tabs on this seemingly ordinary sink in the girls' toilet is a small snake. No one knows what it means. No one, huh? Well, that's true. No one will know what that means for like 50 years. The first person to figure it out, as far as I know, is Tom Riddle, Voldemort.
Lumos.
So where is it? Huh. Hallway. So I guess maybe back up this way? No? Through here? Oh, there it is. Yes, perfect. But yeah, I do have the I've got the PC version, and yeah, it works. I've got I have enough I have barely enough of a computer to make it work. My computer is a weird eclectic mix of capabilities. Mostly because there we go. This is actually a very old machine. It was my my wife's grandfather's. He left it to us when he passed away a few years ago, and he had built the thing from the ground up, really, really impressively. It was a really top of the line PC. The problem is that it was a top of the line PC in around 2011, which is when he built the thing. That's still very cool. I don't actually need to go to the common room though, so. Let's fast travel. Let's try quest 2. That. Here we go. Irondale. But yeah, it's pretty good. It works. It's a good computer. It works really well. I have gradually upgraded bits and pieces of it. I upgraded the CPU a few years ago. You actually remember that. I was having trouble with it while streaming. I think it was while I was playing Dragon Age Origins, if I recall. And I was having some issues with replacing the CPU and getting it to work right, and I was very bad at installing the radiator, the cooler. I got it to work though, and it helped a lot. But the problem is that I could only upgrade the CPU so much because it's an old motherboard. I got a brand spanking new graphics card, basically when I started streaming, and I got it right before the 4000 series came out. So it was a 3080 or 3090. I forget which. But it was I got it pretty cheap.
A pleasant surprise.
Because the next set of the next series of graphics cards were about to come out. So I got this one relatively cheap, which is quite nice. And it still suits me very well. The only thing that this doesn't have that modern graphics cards do, it has slightly less VRAM. I remember right. And slightly less VRAM, and it can't do ray tracing. Which, you know what? Whatever. That's fine. I'll live without ray tracing. Yeah, it's pretty decent. The problem is that the motherboard only has 16 gigabytes of RAM capacity, and I currently have 14. So that's not great, right? 14 gigabytes of RAM that I could upgrade with another 4 gig card to 16, but 16 isn't even that much for modern stuff, modern gaming especially. Even though for modern browsing, most browsers expect you to do better than that. There we go. Is that it?
These
Excellent.
won't get the best of me.
Oh, you have a 3080 Ti? Yeah, same thing. Same thing. It does well. It does its job. I can't really complain. Like, I can't run this game on ultra, but why would I? I don't really aspire to perfect graphics in most of my gameplay experiences anyway, so I'm not overly concerned.
I wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, nice. There we go. Are there more balloons down this way? Am I meant to start further back? No. Start right here. Yeah. Yeah, the 3080 works fine. 14 gigs of RAM is decent. The issue really is that I would, if I'm gonna upgrade, I need to upgrade a whole bunch of stuff at once. Like, I would need a new motherboard, a new CPU, and all new RAM, because this thing still uses DDR3. So the RAM cards I have would be incompatible with a new motherboard. So I would need all new RAM cards.
This looks like the statue.
As well as a new motherboard. And quite frankly, I should probably replace the power supply at some point.
I suppose I should try to find all the vases.
The power supply is doing fine. It's not running into problems, but that's one of those things that gets less efficient over time, and I don't want it to fail at some point, you know? Just, what is happening here?
Incendio.
It's supposed to burn, right? I don't know, maybe not. We have to burn it from over here? Maybe not, though. I don't know. Whatever. Ping! So, yeah, I'm basically hitting that big roadblock. So I'm saving up money. I'm trying to save up enough money to actually upgrade the thing all at once. If you would like to help with that, and it certainly would help me with streaming, and also even just like editing and
a few more vases.
Editing and also class stuff. Like my current rig, my current CPU cannot it cannot do like even things like zoom backgrounds without a green screen. And even with a green screen, it gets nasty. Like I've borrowed one and used it, and it's real sketchy. It's real sketchy. So without a green screen, it literally can't do it. So it tells me to stop trying, basically. So I run into problems with things like that. But eventually, if you do want to actually help, by the way, you can go right down there at ko-fi.com/Professor McCoy. Any little bit will help. I will allocate anything I get. Anything I get from this channel goes into my production of videos and my streaming and all that stuff associated with it. So I'm not.
That's it.
It's not going to get blown away.
I should tell Madam Twiddle about what happened.
Absolutely. After I fight a bunch of baddies. Give this a shot, shall we? Battle Arena. Let's go. Oh, troll. Oh, that's not good. Oh, what happened? I'm okay. There we go. Yeah, glad I got that.
Defendo. Flipendo.
That didn't help.
Potato. Stupefy. Flipendo.
That did not work at all. How am I supposed to do this? Do I Levioso it? No. Oh, I've cursed it, though. Okay, that's nice.
Expelliarmus. Protego.
Alright, good night. Good night, Burke. Good to see you. Glad you joined in. That did nothing! Donk. Alright.
My large friend.
Wave 2. What's next? Another one big thing, or is it... No, it's more little things.
Incendio. Defendo. Protego. Incendio. Stupefy. Stupefy. Protego. Stupefy.
Ow. Oh, jeez.
Incendio.
Any more? Oh, you. One more.
Accio. Incendio.
I love how calmly Soren enunciates his spells. Incendio. Done. Spooters!
Incendio. Levioso.
This does.
Accio. Incendio. Accio. Incendio.
I shall avenge your death.
Levioso.
No!
Defendo. Accio. Incendio.
That student defeated our encampment in the tower.
Expelliarmus.
Ranroth won't. Where'd you learn all that?
Depulso.
Ooh, ouch.
Protego. Expelliarmus.
Enjoy suffering, do you?
Arresto momentum. Confringo. Depulso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Up.
Glacius. Flipendo. Defendo.
Oops.
Levioso! Defender!
Decapitated. I love it.
Levioso! Defender!
There we go. Wave 4. All right, here we go.
Incendio!
Oh god. Hold on. We're jittering. So, the whole, oh wow, you're playing without lag, that thing, that was spoken a little too soon. Let's give it a moment, huh? Let's just look at our gear. Let's see, let's admire our wonderful fashion for just a minute, shall we? Oh, what a nice sweater! Okay, I think we're good. We're probably good. Bunch of stuff very suddenly. Oh gosh. Oh, that's not good. Ow!
Potato! Incendio! Accio! Incendio! Defendo! Potato! Stupefy! Stupefy! Defendo! Potato! Stupefy!
Ah, I missed the block.
Stupefy! Potato! Stupefy! Expelliarmus!
Ouch.
Stupefy! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Glacius! Potato! Stupefy! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Potato! Stupefy! Glacius! Confringo!
Oh, that didn't do a lot. Oh man, that did not do a lot.
Potato! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Arresto momentum.
It kinda works.
Potato!
Hey! Now, is that the last wave or not? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, here we go.
Over here!
Oh, boy! Hold on. We are again lagging a little. Let's look at our things, shall we? Before my game explodes. Lemming platforms. Quidditch practice. All right, fair enough. More storage, nice. I like more storage. What's we got here? But silver resistance. Okay, defensive add-on. Defensive add-on. Defensive add-on. Damage. No, still more defensives, huh? All right. Ooh, Protector's Ensemble. That actually looks pretty cool. That whole set actually works really well together, so maybe I might switch to that if and when I finally get it. All right. Now that the game has recovered a little, and I have some frames. Ah!
As the student from the town.
Levioso. You will suffer.
Jesus.
Accio.
When are you going to give up?
Defendo.
That's the student who uses strange magic. You've been paying attention in defense against the dark arts, I see. You seem fond of dark magic.
What dark magic?
Defendo. No!
Ow.
I will make you pay.
Oh God.
Confringo. Choose to shatter.
For a minute, enjoy suffering, do you? No.
Expelliarmus. One less human to worry about.
Have some cabbages.
Your spells glance off of me. Vegetables in combat. Expelliarmus.
An intruder!
Such arrogance. Depult.
Ow.
Expelliarmus. Pitiful. You're good. But Depulsive. Ooh, this shouldn't take long. Confringo. Arresto momentum.
I'll snap that wand.
It's the wrong way. I didn't know you could do that.
Arresto momentum.
You won't survive this, my young friend.
Incendio. Almost. You're weak, human. Stupefy. Accio's meant for me. Incendio. Tired. Accio. Incendio. Accio. Incendio.
Okay.
Protego. Stupefy. Incendio. Defendo. Defendo. Defendo.
Expelliarmus! Protego! Stupefy! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Hate that Expelliarmus doesn't work against them. This really annoys me. I kind of hate that all of my spells don't work against them.
Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Have a cabbage.
Expelliarmus! Defendo!
Ouch.
Accio! Protego! Defendo! Expelliarmus!
Ow!
Confringo! Glacius! Protego! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Stupefy! Glacius! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
There it is. Woo! You're here. Alright, that was fun. Didn't get any loot from any of them, which is a little disappointing, but that's alright. Nice. Well, I did need to collect troll bogeys. That does tell me that I can beat the heck out of a troll. Even at my level. Although the level treadmill in this game is very, very distinct. That's one of those things where that's one of those game design things which there are two schools of thought, really, that that your level or your gradual ability increase or your RPG development as a character or whatever should simply upgrade the things you're able to do rather than the things you are able to defeat.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
Here we go. And if I just go there, and I go Levioso, I hop, and I hop. Ah! That didn't work at all. Let's try this one more time, shall we? There we go. I could have accomplished exactly the same thing with my broom, but whatever. Hey.
Let's have a look, shall we?
Let's sell some stuff. Don't need that.
I didn't think I'd be the one doing the buying.
Yeah, well, I collect a lot of junk. Now, how about it? I mean, I can grow any of these in a relatively short amount of time. So, might as well. Might as well not get them right now. Yeah.
So nice of you to stop by.
Thank you. Anyway. The other school of thought, which this game very much ascribes to, is that your level determines what you can fight.
No telling what lies in wait for me in there.
Can I even open it? your level basically entirely determines what you're capable of fighting. Such that if you try to attack anything or fight anything that is too high, then you have no chance of winning. But if you fight something that is way below your level, you basically have no chance of losing, unless you do it on purpose. Even if you do it on purpose, you'll find it to be relatively difficult. This is the ladder, the treadmill, as it's called, is seen as a way of keeping.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Hello.
Keeping the player
My name
either
is
within a
Forewarning,
certain
and
range
this
of.
is my shop. What may I help you with?
I'd
wanna
like to
buy
ask you
things.
about your shop, if you don't mind.
Certainly, that'd be fine. What would you like to know?
What do you have for sale?
Let's buy some stuff. Or maybe let's see.
What can I help you with today?
Ooh, oh my. Graphorn horn. Some nice stuff. I'll have to remember this is here. Some of these things are not things that I can just find. Like a phoenix feather. I will eventually find a phoenix. I know that's a thing that I will find. But not for a while. Same with a unicorn. Unicorns are hard to come by. Jabberknolls are a little bit hard to get. Measles you can find. Graphorn doesn't come up until late game. So I honestly should get at least the Graphorn.
Thank you for your
Because that'll come in handy for stuff. Hooper feather? We can find Foopers and Derrickhalls. Let's get a Fooper feather because you can make use of it.
Thank you for your patronage.
All right, let's get out of here.
Glad you were able to stop by.
And so the treadmill, the idea is to keep the player within a range of possible or accessible gameplay. Basically, it's to keep you in the correctly leveled zone, and to go outside of the zone is either suicide or boredom. And so because of that, you need to continuously present new threats to the player, or at least present upgraded versions, substantially upgraded versions of previous threats. So you'll notice that the enemies in this game have their own levels, and that is basically the level you have to be to reasonably defeat them without a hell of a difficult time. Ooh, ooh, that one might be really good. That one might look real nice. That might look real nice. Let me have a look. The other mode is to give the player the freedom to do whatever he pleases. Nah, looks tarnished. I still like this one. To do whatever he pleases, but it will be more difficult. And you can use you, the game designer, or the DM, if we're talking about a tabletop, can use the same enemies, or at least the same types of enemies, and use different kinds of tactics. Use different, say, things like different numbers of them, right? To make a more significant threat, right? And so you can still scale things, but it is still possible for low level enemies to bring a real threat to high level players, and it is entirely possible for low level players to actually defeat a high level foe, even if it's extremely difficult, and they do have to get a little bit lucky. Where'd the demiguise go? You said mine now demiguise, and then there's not a demiguise. Where is it?
Any luck with that puzzle?
Glug, glug, glug. Where'd the demiguise go? You said there's a demiguise. Oh, wow, that's real sneaky. All right. Yes, I had some luck with the puzzle. The clearest example of this, the distinction is game design wise, is between the enemy design and the leveling design of editions of Dungeons and Dragons. So, oh, hold on, I'm getting jittery again. I'm overloading. Pause. Wait for it. I've dropped a lot of frames. There we go. I think we're back. I think we're getting back. Less bad. Still bad. Anyway, I'll keep talking in case it's working. We'll see. I'll let it cool down a little bit. Jeez. Hold on. Okay, it looks like we're doing okay. We're doing better now. All right, it stopped dropping frames. We're good. All right. Anyway, as I was saying though, before I unpause, I'll finish my thought that the two editions, the two most popular editions probably of Dungeons and Dragons 3.5 and 5th edition, each take one of these routes. Right, 3.5 has the experience treadmill, as the level treadmill, where if you are level 1, you cannot face anything above a challenge rating 3, give or take. If you do, if you approach a challenge rating 5, God forbid you approach a challenge rating 10, you're dead. There's nothing you can do. Absolutely nothing. There's no luck in the world that will save you. No dice rolls will save you from that encounter. It's doomed. Meanwhile, if you are level 20, or hell, even if you're level 10 or 12, no number of commoners, there's no number of peasants that will kill you. You can't die. You cannot be defeated by a practically unlimited number of peasants. It would take hundreds, maybe thousands of peasants to actually kill you, because the only way they can hit you is with a natural 20, and even then they're hitting you for normal damage because they can't confirm they're critical. And so basically they're just like plink, 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 1 in every 20 rounds they're doing 1d4 points of damage or something ridiculous like this, and you have hundreds of hit points, so there's nothing they can do to you. This is different from 5th edition, where with the what's called the bounded accuracy system, which is a core design philosophy of 5th edition, that anyone can always manage to hit anyone, and it doesn't take an automatic hit from a critical. You can just hit somebody. You can. It happens. You can do it. You might have to roll pretty high. It's fine, and you might not do a whole ton of damage. It's fine too. But there is nothing that you absolutely cannot face at any level, and there is no enemy or set of enemies that provides no threat whatsoever. It's the difference between in the older editions, 3.5 especially. Once you are of a certain level, there is no number of goblins who can fight you, unless they have spells or something. Whereas in 5th edition, if there's enough goblins, you better be afraid, right? And they can actually get through your massive toughness and all that stuff, you know? So it's the big difference is what you are capable of fighting and what can actually present a threat. And I think I like the design system of something like 5th edition better. The varying threat levels kind of thing, where also, notably, levels in 5th edition of D&D and in games that use this sort of design philosophy, levels do not just scale your power level. What they do is they grant you additional things that you can do and new ways of doing things. So as you level up, you gain new class abilities. As you level up, you gain new access to new spells, new powers, new abilities, stuff like that. Which in a game like this is tied to the story rather than tied to the level. As you level up, what you gain are numerical bonuses, right? And so those numerical bonuses scale to the enemies of that level, which are the enemies that spawn for you in a given level. So the problem with the experience treadmill is that the gameplay feels kind of samey, because you might as well not level up, and you might as well not have that scaling of level, that numerical scaling, and you should just get new abilities, right? So that's the thing, because it feels so samey. Whereas in a game where threat level is determined, yes, you become harder to kill and more capable of killing bigger, badder things as you level up, but smaller things can still threaten you, and you can still threaten bigger things. That actually changes the way that you have to approach gameplay as you level up. Right? Because at any time you could face the big bad. And if you're going to do it early on, you have to be very clever about it, even to escape. But you also can fight a handful of goblins. Late game, you can fight the big bad, and you can do so relatively straightforwardly. But you also can fight a handful of goblins. And in fighting that handful of goblins, you have to be wary of things like traps, right? Are they coming up with something? Is there something clever going on here? Where earlier levels, it's a straightforward fight. So it changes what kinds of things you're going to be doing, rather than it just being, well, you're fighting enemies of this appropriate challenge rating or level or whatever. Which is what this game more or less does. So I understand the design philosophy. It makes perfect sense. There's nothing wrong with it. I just prefer the other method, the more developing kind of a method.
Mrs. Twiddle, your husband was right. The statue was part of a puzzle.
Oh, really? How exciting!
Yes, I had to destroy a number of large vases, and that seemed to activate some sort of charm on the statue.
Well done. Oh, I miss having someone like you around with a thirst for knowledge and a quick mind. Well, my curiosity has been satisfied. Thank you for that. Who knows what I'll encounter on my next constitutional? Oh,
Right.
my husband would be so pleased to know he was right about that statue.
Column beige. I leveled! Hooray! Let's check the new wand handle, because I don't think it'll look very good, but no, I don't like that really at all. It's too chunky again. Like I said, I almost like that one, but it's too thick. And that one's nice, but I don't like the tarnish. It's aged. It's not aged copper, it's tarnished copper. This is cool, but it's too naturalistic for Soren. I kind of like that one. Matt, what are you doing? She's laying down. Or she is. I kind of like this one. I still like that one better. I still like this one. That's still far more Soren-like. Anyway, moving on. We have 3 talent points. Versus stay on longer. I'm gonna wait. I may wait for this. My core. Stupefy Mastery. I use Stupefy a lot. I like it. Basic cast, airborne. Nah. Perfect Protego I never use. I never actually quite get it. It does break shields though. That's actually kind of nice. Stupefy also does damage. That's in maybe. No. I do use I use Expelliarmus enough to get some use out of that. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Stupefy Expertise. And what about my spells? No, not Pulso. Ooh, extra targets for Defendo? Maybe. It's kind of cool, but no. I like Bombarda. I really like turning people into explosives. I'll get this eventually. Not going to bother with the potion stuff, honestly. Yeah, I'm going to go with this one so I can throw weapons. I can disarm and throw weapons. I like that. Throw their weapons at them. Okay, so by the time I get Crucio, I'll still be able to get its. I'll still be able to upgrade it. But let's see what's next. Quests. Kidnapped cabbage. Let's see, where is this one? It's not too far. I can fly there. Let's fly there. Yeah. Nice flight. About 400 yards away. That's actually not too far. What's this? Oh, this is the race. Start of the race. We have a nice little swamp down here. Oh, we got a poacher's camp. Hello. Maybe I should approach that from some way other than landing on top of them, huh? You know what? No, I'm gonna.
Life ends here. Shame.
One in Berlin. Huh? I heard something. You're the little sod that saved the thing is clever. You may want to move.
A violent streak in this one. Well, you'll have to do better than that.
Marvelous strike.
I want stupefy.
No.
Stupefy. Stupefy.
Afraid to take it? I know you don't.
Flipendo. Places. Accio. Defender. Incendio.
Gunzo.
The beasts around here can sleep a bit easier now.
All right. Righty then. Nicely done. Nicely done. Nicely done. I also, I'll say, I switch between my spell sets a lot more than I did in my previous playthrough. I mean, I guess Soren is a more sophisticated combatant than Timeo was.
Revelio.
That bunch of
Chinese chocolate cabbages is somewhere in this camp.
Levioso. I'll have taken your life before you even really... Confringo!
Protego!
Stupefy!
Control. Seems we may have an intruder.
Huh? It's no Treadwell's little saviour.
Levioso!
Come out before I find you.
Careful, this one.
Accio.
Let's see you survive.
Incendio.
That ought to warm you up.
Incendio.
Oh, too hard.
Defender. Protego.
Stop spinning around like a bellywig.
No.
Here to show me some dog. You'll have to fight him. Slippery little shrake, aren't you?
Accio. Incendio.
Light you on fire. Light you on fire and take your stuff. Oh, man. All right. I actually do need some Wigan Weld potions after all that, after that arena fight. That was rough. I made it. I made it just fine. But it was a little, it was a tough one. It was a tough one. Ooh. Whoopers.
Hello, Hamora.
Whoopers? I think they're whoopers. I want them. Can I keep them? There we go. Alright. I don't think I can keep them. I don't have a bag yet. I can't keep them. Oh. It's not tamed. I can't give it food. Silly.
That's
Little cabbages.
In hand. I only need one more.
My cabbages.
Revelio. Confringo.
Ah, okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the...
Revelio.
Ah. What's all this then? Doxy egg, huh? Black eggs come from Doxy. Magical beast, sometimes mistaken for a fairy. How is it that big if it's mistaken for a fairy? Jeez.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one.
Yeah, let's do it. We need to grow more mallow sweet, I think. I have no idea how much I have. I should look. I have to reparo them. Not what I thought. Not what I thought.
Reparo.
I know there's another one over here. No, that's not there. Moonstone.
Reparo.
Another one.
Revelio.
Where are the others? There's got to be more. Is that it? Oh.
Incendio. Reparo.
There we go.
Merlin himself would be proud.
Excellent. All right. Off we go. Oh, wait. What? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's over in Feldcroft. Wow, that's farish. All right, well, let's go. Let's do it anyway. Got to go around this mountain because it doesn't want me flying over it, which seems silly, but I get it. From a game design standpoint, again, I get it. I wonder if I could walk it though. I wonder if I could walk over them. I'm really curious. I kind of want to try. I'm not gonna right now. That is not the kind of random experimentation y'all need to see me wander through. But potentially a good idea though. Let's see what this is. Ooh. We must be thorough in our search of these hamlets. Ranrock already has troops searching on other areas and landmarks. Thus relocating you would only slow our efforts. Remain at your station. Continue to search. Be vigilant. You will be notified if anything changes. So it's a goblin outpost with a wand handle. That's troubling. Another poacher hideout type thing. Let me see about that wand handle, shall we? Oh, I actually like that. Oh, yeah. No, you know what? I actually like that. I'm going to change it. I'm finally switching wand handles. I dig it. I dig it very much. It's very nice. All right. What's this? Oh, baddies. Goblins, I guess? What's the goblins? Oof, missed. Try this again, shall we? There's a circle of them. That's cool.
This might be the best meal I've had in years. No, I mean it. I don't think I should need to eat again till next week.
I would say that Irondale is not appropriately named.
Yeah, here's Feldcroft.
I can see why Feldcroft needs help. Ranrock's loyalists are hiding out near Feldcroft.
They are not hiding.
They must have the other creatures on this cabbages. Accio! Protego!
Why can't I hit it?
Incendio!
That student defeated our encampment in the tower. Think you're clever,
Levioso.
don't you?
Stop!
This is sad.
Defendo! Accio! Incendio!
Was that your best?
Expelliarmus!
Not quite.
Glacius!
Prepare to surrender now.
Confringo!
Losing your stride.
Expelliarmus!
Okay, that was a good skill point investment there. Expelliarmus thing, that was nice.
Mushroom stew about now.
Finding, huh? Finrock demands an update. Okay, have you found it? What are they looking for? Suspect more of it. There's more of it in Feldcroft. More of what? Cabbages!
Crates of Chinese chomping cabbages. I'd better go and see Mr. Thistlewood's friend in Feldcroft.
Zap.
Protego! Stupefy! Accio! Defender! Incendio!
Too far.
Ranrock has fooled you all, to your demise.
A little late to tell them that after I've killed them. Oh gosh. Yeah, well, whatever. Okay, what do we got here? Ooh. And that's the one with the little flare bits. I don't really care for that one so much.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
It is.
A spot of failure is a good thing.
It looks rather familiar, though, too. Like I've had a vision of this place, or perhaps a memory. Uh-oh. We're having issues. Give it a second. The well in Veldcroft ran dry some 400 years ago during a great drought, so like late 1400s. Sadly, many perished as a result, including at least one young boy whose father refused to speak for years thereafter. Legend says that all was saved when a group of benevolent witches and wizards used a never-before-seen powerful magic to restore water to the region. So this ancient magic, this was about 400 years ago, so this was 15th century, which is a lot more recent than I was thinking it was. I was thinking it was 13th or 14th, maybe 14th century. But yeah, 15th century is, that's actually relatively late. That was later than I expected.
Do you have this special delivery from my dear friend Eddie?
I do.
Hello, Mr. Ndi. Eddie Thistlewood sent me.
Yes, he told me to expect you. Do you have the Chinese chomping cabbages?
I do.
I have them right here.
Marvelous. This will go a long way towards protecting the hamlet from Ranrock's loyalists. The same foul curs who
I don't know why it's so laggy. This is a strange place to lag.
in the first place.
I'm just talking to a guy.
Rookwood's lot. Feldcroft owes a debt of gratitude to you and Eddie. Thank you.
Talking to not only just a guy, but a guy who is bald, so there's no hair effects, and also prim clothes.
This is enough to thwart
so
the
there's
goblins.
no issues with, like, physics
Pleasure
simulations.
doing business with you.
It's weird. Whatever.
Have I mentioned you're welcome to stop by any time?
Still dropping frames like mad. Sorry if there's issues. Let's give it a moment. Hopefully it'll reconnect. I don't know what's going on. My CPU isn't going nuts. It's, maybe I should drop my pickup frame rate to 30. I wonder if that's an issue. I think I've capped the frame rate of the game to 30, and I wonder if that's why it's having problems. If it's, if the because my OBS is capturing at 60 FPS, but the game is at 30. I wonder if it's trying to intermix in a weird way or something like that. I don't know. It's a thought. It's a thought as to what could be wrong. Should I wait longer? Are you guys... I don't know if this is working.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
It should be fine. Still dropping frames like mad. It looks like it's working. Like, it's showing me fine. But it still says I'm dropping a ton of frames. I don't understand. Well, it's alright. Okay, now we're in the green. Looks like we're in the green now.
Revelio.
And nothing new. Oh. A handful of points. Three galleons. Alright. We do not have much time left today, though, to be fair, so, I do definitely want to get out here at midnight at the latest, so. This time, at least, I don't want to go past midnight. That's kind of cool.
What do we have here? A demiguise.
Yeah, it's inside. It's stuck. Hey, is that Sebastian?
Revelio.
No. Practice dummies. No, it's not Sebastian. Some minis. All right. Nice little town. Nice little wee hamlet. I can unlock that.
Aloha Mora.
All right. Here we go.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Azure mosaic robes, nice. All right, let's check our quests. Let's see what else we have to do. Let's check our equipment. See if there's anything worth looking at. That. Getting a little lag again. At least, no, that's not lag, it's just jitters. That's the game jittering. I mean, that's cool looking, but it's definitely not very Soren and not very Slytherin either. I mean, the gray and slightly darker gray is really nice. I like that, but I don't like the crown type thing. I don't like the layout of the thing. That's nice. I like the brown. That also looks like a very comfortable handle. Like it's almost got a trigger grip. But this does not look comfortable, but it's so cool. I'm gonna keep it. I mean, I guess maybe that thing fits into the sort of crook of your palm, and so it gives you a nice, very pointy, a very forward-pointing grip. That's actually a good thought. Much like sword handles, I mean, wand handles of different sorts would give you a reason to grip your wand in a very different way. And so, I mean, I can imagine some of them being distinctively better for combat, with some of them being distinctively better for sort of just day-to-day waving around at things, you know? And so I assume that would be a kind of... realize Rinky. Servant, friend, family, the goodliest of elf that ever was. Oh. Rinky. So, yeah, I think that has to be a sort of niche market, you know. I'll do this. I'll do this one next time. I'm not going to start this now. I've only got 20 minutes left. I can try this. Cast Depulso on a levitated enemy. Ugh, okay. Well, I can go do that right away. I can go find a baddie, and then just go... This... Troll's Den. That I'm actually of an appropriate level for now. The keys I'll grab eventually. Let me guess, moons I'll grab eventually as I go through. Yeah, the troll is an interesting one. Let me just go fight some baddies, because there's more goblins around. So... Fly around until I find some enemies. Levitate one of them, and then Depulso. There's some baddies, but I want to do these balloons first. Oh, too much. Almost did a flip. Not those. Those you can't levitate, so not a good enemy to do this for. Let me see if I can trigger this from outside, or I have to go in for it. I'd have to go in, and that means I would have to fight the Dug Bogs. Bog, whatever they are, those things. I've been seeing baddies. I know there's some around. Oh, there we go.
Accio. Not quiet. Protego. Stupid one.
Why drag this out longer than necessary? Someone's taken out last me.
Levioso. Depulso. Protego. Stupid one. You've one less follower, Ranrock.
Both with one Stupefy. Nicely done. Policeman flies. You know what? I'm going to go see about that troll, shall I? I'm going to go see about the troll. Oh no! I hear in the other room that that Monica is up to something, and so Erica had to tell her no because she was getting into stuff. She's getting so big. She's is she 1.5? No, she's not quite 1.5 yet. She'll be 1.5 this month though, so she's very close. But she's almost 1.5, so almost 18 months.
Seems pleasant.
And she's getting more and more. I can't say independent because that's not right. She's still absolutely dependent, and knows it, and is very, very committed to being dependent. She doesn't want to be.
I take it you're Alexandra's friend.
She doesn't want to be independent of us, even in the slightest. So. Ow. Wow, that was... This is quite the troll. That did a little bit.
Expelliarmus! Depulso! Arresto momentum. Confringo! Protego! Stupefy! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Stupefy!
Bonk!
Protego! Stupefy! Confringo! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Stupefy! Confringo! Arresto momentum. Protego! Depulso!
Ow. I hate that its attack cycle will just kind of keep going at you, even if you very clearly just literally moved out of the way.
Protego! Stupefy! Glacius! Stupefy! Confringo! Protego! Stupefy! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Protego! Stupefy! Confringo!
Troll bogies!
But the hamlet needed to be
Yay!
saved from that troll.
Yeah, that's a giant pile of viscera. Yeah, nasty indeed. Etiquette may have too ambitious a start. Only produce a string of grunts. He has the right temperament for it, but lashes out indiscriminately. Somehow more vicious. Yeah. Etiquette, no. Witch went flying for the snitch and fell in a ditch. Security training. Yeah, no. That's not going to work. Not going to go. Not going to fly. No. What's going on back here? Spiders?
Glad I was never locked up here.
Is this a dungeon? Oh, yeah, that's right. We have to come back here at some point. This is, This is a quest location, so I'm just going to wait until we come back here. I'm not going to do this right now. There's Kneasels, though. Such nice creatures. Such cool kitty cats. All right. Uh-oh. Hopefully we don't drop.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
Here we go. Let her know what happened.
It's done, Alexandra. I took care of him.
My troll? What? Oh, I don't know what to say. Thank you. I
She's
wish
very
things
Welsh.
could have turned out differently for him.
Any plan you had to train that thing was doomed. He tried to kill me the entire time.
Goodness.
Obviously.
I'm glad you're all right. You're very brave. People in the hamlet had already crafted a moniker for whoever eventually defeated that troll. It was Troll something or other.
I like Whisperer.
Whisperer?
Yes, that was it. I suppose it's your title now. I need some time on
Delightful.
my own. But truly,
I love how you get to
thank you for
decide,
what you
basically.
did.
I mean, don't technically, but... I mean, in-game, in-universe, you don't exactly, but yes.
Seems fitting.
Pro Whisperer. Okay, I think that's about all we have time for. We get a little bit more time, so I'll wander around for a bit.
What do you have in store for me
And
this
then maybe I'll stop by Professor
have
Onai
here? Hello, Hamura.
before I wrap up. I got 10 minutes. Maybe we'll start with that next time. Yeah, we'll probably start with chatting with Professor Onai next time. Because like I said, we only got 10 minutes left. So that isn't much time to do very much. Freestanding clocks. Cool. It's just a plate of nuts. Oh, level 2.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
I could do another Merlin trial, but I don't think I will. I don't actually know what this one is. Because I don't actually see trial things nearby. I don't see what it obviously would be, this one. Like, I don't... There's some of the ones that I don't quite care for. The timed ones are irritating. Oh. Oh. It's the roll the ball down the hill thing. Which, you know what? Nah, let's not do that. Tell you what. We have, like I said, next time is, her. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is for Professor Onai's special assignment. Infamous foes. Got a police hat. Oh, we need 20 dueling feats for the Halloween pumpkin mask. I need to do this. I might commit off-stream time to do this if I have it. I don't know if I will have off-stream time. But man, I want to do that. I only have 1 talent point. I'm going to wait for now. Let me see. What are our actual quests? Helm of Urtkot. We'll do this next time, too. We'll do Professor Onai's assignment first. Divination class. Who, for some reason, teaches us Descendo, which is a really rather dumb jinx, I guess it is. Yeah. It's not particularly useful in almost any case, in almost any context. It does some damage, I guess, if someone's levitating. It's kind of neat in a couple of puzzles, but otherwise, I almost never equip the damn thing. It's not actually a very good spell. So, meh. But yeah, we'll do this. We'll do this one. We'll get a fairly useless spell, but I guess we'll use it at some point, maybe. And then we'll do this one. And if we run across any other side quests in the meantime, awesome. If at some point during the week or the weekend or whatever, I am able to find some spare time to twiddle on through and do the thing with the dueling feats, so I can get the Halloween mask for Halloween or Halloween time. Actually, you know what? When is Halloween exactly? Halloween's on a Tuesday, so I'm obviously not going to be playing on I'm not going to be streaming on Halloween, and I wouldn't be anyway, even if it were on a Monday or Wednesday. But Monday night, maybe we'll see. We'll see if I'm doing if I'm streaming Monday night or Wednesday night, either the day before or all All Souls Day, or All Saints Day, not All Souls. All Souls is Thursday. But All Saints Day, if I happen to be streaming, then cool, great, wonderful. Then I'll see if I can actually get that done. That's in what, 4 weeks, which is plenty of time, right? Yeah. Anyway, like I said, that is about all the time I have, so I'm gonna save really quick while we're here. Matter? Yeah, let's go with this one. 17 hours. Save, and I think we will call it there. So, it's about all the time we have. So thank you all for joining me. I had a wonderful evening. I hope you did too. I love this game. A lot of fun. It's such a nice world. It's such a nice and cozy world to engross oneself in. And of course, if you haven't happened across my other videos yet, if you haven't seen some of the recent ones, take a look down below. I am, of course, also planning to record tomorrow's class. I've got my camera charging, in fact. Which... Yeah. All done. So it's all set, all ready to record tomorrow's class. So that'll be coming up soon as well. Hopefully, I'll have that done and edited sometime by next week. Maybe even over the weekend. We'll see. So that's coming. I've also got another video or two planned that I may have time to pump out as well, to record and put together. So we'll see. We'll see how things go, and we'll see what I manage to put together for everybody. I look forward to it. I look forward to continuing my classes and continuing to chat with you guys. I look forward to continuing to play the game with you, even with the somewhat reduced streaming schedule to once a week. So thank you for those of you who've tuned in.